We're a different kind of college. We don't just train you for tomorrow. We train you for right now, and we actually put you in an environment where people have never heard the gospel.
Much of this region is without hope.
Only 2.9% of Washington County itself actually attends a Protestant evangelical church.
We meet people who don't know that the word Jesus actually represents a person. In the early days, we just tried to get pastors from the South to move up here. Many times they would end up going home. Then we'd be left with a small church with no leadership. It's an issue of learning to persevere in this environment. We got to start a school where we can train people here to stay here. Northeastern Baptist College is impacting the Northeast by training students to have the mind of a scholar, the heart of a shepherd, and the perseverance of a soldier. The mind of a scholar is absolutely crucial to being able to survive and thrive in New England. Whether they're in the church planning track, the pastoral track, the Christian counseling track, or the business track, we want them to know their subject, and we want them to know it well. The heart of a shepherd is knowing how to be a leader that feeds and leads and cares for his sheep.
We try to help them feel the hurt that New England feels.
Between our devotional time and our ministry practicum, we really learn how to love more like Jesus.
We really work on modeling that. Our professors are available to our students to pray with them, to hear their heart. I knew from the beginning we had to train people to persevere as a soldier. If you have a student that God is calling to go serve in a place like China or India, and they've never been outside of a Christian culture, but if you'll send them to Vermont, it's like Navy SEALs. You don't put them in a hot tub to teach them to swim, you put them in freezing cold water. All of our students are required to be involved in ministry practicum.
They actually go in and work with a pastor for a period of time, learning just the ropes of day-to-day ministry. What's it like to be here in the trenches day after day?
What you learn, you're immediately able to put into practice.
So you can learn in the classroom, but until you actually put it to practice, it doesn't hit.
I can't tell you how many times I've had a student come up to me and say, "Man, you're not gonna believe this. I got back to the church that I'm serving in, and it was exactly what we'd been talking about in class." Our cost to educate is $30,000 a year per student. We know that most students can't do that, quite frankly. We want them to graduate debt-free.
So the work-study program covers a tuition value of $29,000 a year. All they have to pay is their room and board fee, which is only $3,000 a year. Students are learning to develop a work ethic while they pursue their degree and fulfill their ministry.
You can count on one hand all the schools that have programs like that.
They don't have that burden of, okay, I have to take out another loan. To give students the opportunity to say, okay, God has called me and I can be more open and more free and I have less to worry about, that I can go more easily and more readily where I am directed to go. That's fantastic.
Heading into ministry, and especially the Northeast, it's really huge to not have that weight hanging over you, where you get to really focus a lot more on schooling and the work that God has right before you.
I get to come and graduate with no debt. Like, I'm graduating this spring and I have no debt at NEBC at all.
So if you want to come to Northeastern Baptist College, you need to go to NEBC's website, nebcvt.org, and you need to go to the admissions tab and click apply online. It's free, and you'll hear within a few days from us. We will help you as you navigate the waters of how do I get into Northeastern Baptist College.
You can come here, you can get trained by the best scholars that are out there. You will get to be a part of something that is history making. You will get to be a part of what God is doing to change this region. God is at work, and man, I believe this is the beginning, and I believe one day the least church states in America are going to be the most church states in America.